gone full circle.
So this...
Look at all these peoples.
So this was made by essentially just fans, right?
Basically, yeah. Led by Christian Whitehead, who had been making Sonic fan games for years. Him and the guy called Taxman. I've been making Christian Whitehead said.
Oh, look at the adorable goggles and helmet.
Which is I think is a reference.
Yeah, everything in this is a reference.
Yeah, like half the commentary is going to be pointing them out. They made like an engine to remake Sonic CD. And amazingly, Sega actually said that, yeah, okay, we'll make this the official version of Sonic CD. And then use that same engine called the Retro Engine for Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, which was sadly never left mobile. And then eventually just said, hey, just make a new game. And they managed to make half a new game.
Here.
I not to get ahead of myself, but this is Plus, which is released like a year later or something.
Mm-hmm.
Which, aside from a new mode and some new characters, it introduced like a few things in the main game, including like transitions, and that intro, I believe, was completely new for this version.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. I didn't know Angel Island was actually in the game until I thought that was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, they were.
Oh,
no,
you mean the Angel Island stage?
Yeah, that's
Like,
right. They made one for
that's just
Encore
Encore mode. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I was remembering something with Angel Island being new.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this is Sonic the Hedgehog 4. And
I mean, it wishes, but we know the real Sonic 4 is. There's a lot to comment on.
There is, yeah. This
These special stages, which I actually like. Which is, I
I'm
think
not
they're the only special stage I actually like.
I'm not very good at these, but they're really nice because they are like kind of just a big combination of special stage stuff because it's got like the Sonic CD perspective, the blue spheres.
The Sonic 1 like kind of weird abstract backgrounds. Because they actually reference like the bird and fish in them later.
Oh yeah, yeah. Did you ever actually play this, Yoshi? Because I know you meant to at some point.
No,
Okay.
I did not get to. There's just a lot of stuff.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I was just curious because
Yeah, obviously.
yeah, I've definitely played. I don't
Relevant.
I don't know if I've actually beat Encore mode. I actually was planning on doing that recently since we've been talking about these games.
It's not like radically different, but it's worth a play.
It's a neat mode. I think it's very difficult. And relatively.
Damn, that's close. I never really thought to take that path.
Oh yeah, this background is definitely a reference to Sonic 1 with the fish.
Should say, for anyone who doesn't know, the spheres speed you up, and the rings just let you stay there longer. So you gotta like try and decide which one you want to get.
You basically have
Stay
like
in the
a
level.
supersonic kind of timer with the rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the CD stage, I believe. Bonus stage, I think that's how that worked.
Might be. CD was such a blur.
No, you're right, Yoshi.
The
Or
game-
maybe just a timer. Whatever.
This game looks amazing.
Yep.
Like it's using like kind of retro style graphics, but like with a lot more detail in them.
Yeah, it's all like 60 FPS, like the actual. I mean, the game was always 60 FPS, but the actual animations are 60. Like if you look at those flowers, just the extra in between frames there. There's a lot of effort. That one poses a reference to something that was cut from Sonic 1, I think.
Yeah.
Everything's a reference, so.
Yeah, everything is.
So the general rule is mention this.
Here the music goes violin.
The Act 1 is usually just a straight retelling, and then Act 2 is when they get really creative, especially with the background. And,
As I understand it,
teabagging the killer.
I think they were kind of like asked to make like recreation stages.
Yeah, they weren't. It wasn't their first choice.
But they did do some original stages, as we'll see, and those are also really good.
Yeah, they might be the best stages, actually. That's the only drawback with this game. I kind of feel like if you're playing the whole series again, it feels a bit funny to go back to... Like, say if you're playing them back to back, it feels a little less unique to go back to those old stages. Again, it's not their fault, but... It's kind of a shame it's not 100% new stages, but you do take what you can get. So it's just small criticism.
Yeah, because there's enough original stages that it doesn't feel like it's lazy or anything. It actually...
No, and then they put in enough effort with the new stages, new gameplay mechanics, and all sorts of new things. So it definitely doesn't feel lazy. Just a shame they were forced to do that. Because I can tell
This was a Sonic. This was a Sonic Robo Blast track.
I was about to say, I remember this.
Stage.
It works. It's like they're not actually limited by like Mode 7 or whatever. This very much feels like just a Mode 7 tech demo kind of stage.
I think the common idea, common expression is that this is the Sonic game we never got on the Saturn.
Oh, I can see that, yeah.
Within reason, maybe not like literally.
No, but I mean...
I mean, it is outputting it to 16:9, which, by the way, they did those. The Christian Whitehead remakes were in 16:9, and that makes a huge difference with a Sonic game. Like, that extra field of view is really
yeah.
than like a lot of games.
Oh, isn't that Sonic Spinball skidding sound?
I never noticed.
Oh no, yeah, there are actually, I noticed some other Spinball sounds coming up later, so...
The Encore mode actually includes a pinball kind of mini game for bonuses.
I forgot about that. Well, I guess we should mention what Encore actually is. It's like, instead of having lives, you just have, like, the characters.
Yeah.
And so, like, you kind of gather up, all the characters. Like, I think you get, like, instead of, like, certain TVs, they'll just be like, oh, now you have, like, Mighty is one of your characters,
Yeah.
and then when you die, you'll switch to another character.
Oh, you just switch them on the fly, I think. Oh no, is it nice? It's been a while since I played on this.
Yeah, I remember there's being some way to switch, but I don't think it was just, like, free.
I forget, it's been a very long time.
Yeah. That's why I actually want to go back to it, because I remember being kind of neat, because, you can only have, like, so many lives because there's so many characters, so...
Mm.
I think you get the benefit of, like, when you die, you don't actually, like, go back to a checkpoint, maybe? But...
Hey, look, the fish are inside the world.
Hey.
I never really noticed the theming of this level. It's all underwater.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I'm so busy like playing the actual level, I'm not really paying attention to the background. I do like the idea of the special stages being like kind of weird abstract places, like weirder than the main levels.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Well,
it's
I mean,
an alternate dimension.
yeah, it fits with the rest of the special stages, really.
Mm.
I don't think we're gonna see Blue Sphere in this run. So,
No.
We could have seen 20 blue spheres. Whoa!
Yeah, that was... I do want to mention that real quick. The video I thought we were going to use was a 3-hour Sonic Mania Plus run, and then Bob noticed that the release date or the post date for the video was like around when the first version released and before Plus was a thing. And it turns out they just renamed the video to include Plus once Plus was released.
That's very naughty. I expected more from the official long play channel.
It was just weird.
Yeah, because it's the they put in the DLC, but it's also like the stage transitions and all these like quality of life kind of little tweaks they did. They were all just put in as a free patch. You don't need the DLC to get those. So. Yeah, it's not the same game.
Oh yeah.
Naughty long players.
And that video included
NaughtyLongplays.org.
the video included a lot of Blue Sphere, which I think is triggered by the checkpoints.
Signpost.
Yeah, like when you have enough rings, you hit the signpost, like in 2 or 3. And yeah, there's blue spheres, but they're not important. They give you
No,
bonus
that's my biggest criticism of this game is, and it's not a big criticism, because damn, this game's good. But yeah, the incorporation of the blue spheres, I just don't like it at all because it's completely. You don't unlock anything for doing it. You don't get rings, you don't get shields, you don't get lives. It's just completely cut off from the main game. It's just used to unlock things in the bonus menu. So I don't know. I just find it very cut off from the main
That
game.
seems almost a weird. I'm used to doing a lot of things just for like bonus extras in like bonus menus, so it seems kind of a weird complaint to me. But
Well, it's the fact that you don't get anything for doing it in your game. It doesn't affect you run. Is the thing. Like,
yeah, I mean that feels like a weird complaint to me because I'm very used to collectibles being for
I think the thing is that it takes the place of like the gumball machine or whatever, where you actually get like,
yeah.
items to help your
I
run.
would rather have that in.
So instead of
Or-
having something help you run, you just get like a bonus thing, which I don't know.
It's just like I grew up on
Weird
very
choice.
different games, I guess.
I just think it's a weird choice, and also like it's not just a collectible. Like you got to go out your way to do it. Like it takes a while.
I think the only thing that bothers me about it is the fact that it's like, well, how do we unlock stuff? Well, remember Blue Sphere? Like everyone loved that, right? It's like, well, it was okay.
There's like a cult of people who love it, and I just never. I don't hate it, but I never got that fondness for it. Honestly, I just wish they had no more bonus stages. But Encore kind of does.
Yeah.
It's a good way to get like a shield where you wouldn't normally have one. Like the the one where you orbit kind of glowing spheres. Like that was a good one. Then you get the gumball machine.
Oh yeah.
And the big pinball one, which is like a reference to Sonic 1.
Oh god, this boss
Yep.
as the first.
It's not a.
Not as
Not quite
intimidating,
difficult.
yes, but
What-
kind of a great way to fuck with you.
So you can actually control Tails. You could always do it on like a second control in the originals, but in all the Christian Whitehead engine games, if you stand still and I think if you hold up and then press jump twice, you can actually
Oh, we
make
got a
Tails
cool
hover.
bonus. We're cool.
You can actually control Tails and have him fly you around and take control over him briefly, which is really useful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned the quote plot and the hard-boiled heavies. That's the Phantom Ruby, which does all this shit, and it transforms a bunch of like regular egg robos into like specialists.
Did they ever add the Tails animation for that in?
Yes, they
Okay.
did. They passed that in.
That was so weird. It was just like Tails doesn't have an animation for that, even though it's in the game or it's in the files. He just doesn't use it.
So, and then plus they patched it in, which begs the question why they took it out, but whatever.
Oops, I fucked up the code.
Maybe.
I don't know, yeah. But,
He dries himself off with his own tails.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that was there. Damn.
Same. So they kind of jump around when they do the reference stages, like it's kind of all over the place.
I must get like
Go fall
M0
Green
vibes.
Hill Zone, and then like Chemical Plant seems fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems
It's definitely a
pretty
fun
normal.
favorite. It's definitely my favorite.
It's a very good second stage from the franchise, I'd say.
Let's just throw a curveball and do Emerald Hill.
I want to live in that city up there on that mushroom.
Mushroom Hill.
This is Mushroom Valley, actually.
Again, I've never really looked at the backgrounds. I've never noticed.
Yeah, same, actually. I'm just kind of like... I don't remember any
Kind
of
of
this.
focused on the track. I think Plus had some more of these as well.
Oh yeah, I was the one who like really struggled with these, and it's like, oh, here's some harder ones. Like, no.
getting Supersonic soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
It's a shame because the remix music is really damn good. And also,
Yeah, but it's not all you want to hear.
it's I really like the idea of taking this music that only had like, one act version and then making like an act 2.
Yeah.
I have to get creative with the
I've never been great at remembering like special wing locations, or at least finding them, I should say. So, I guess I'm not really surprised for getting all the emeralds by level 2, but it's just nice to see it happen.
good cameo from the treasure logo in the background.
Almost. It's missing the lid.
Yeah. I believe the drop dash is in this as well.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned that either.
I think they were using it.
Which apparently was cut from, like, they found in the beta of Sonic 3, which was super interesting.
Yeah, but it was never actually officially in a game until now.
No. So what you do is while you jump and you press jump again, you kind of go into a ball, and then when you hit the ground, you get a burst of speed.
You hear him
And
kind of
then,
revving up as he's falling.
And the Sega Ages ports to the Switch by M2 for Sonic 1 and 2 actually added it in, which is quite nice. Oh, it's kind of busted. It's like
Especially the one you can't spin dash.
No. Well, you can spin. They put the spin dash in Sonic 1.
Yeah. Had a feeling if they put the drop dash in there too.
Mm.
There's also one of the unlockables in there is the super peel out from CD, which I've always found very strange.
Oh, if we press X, we get the S. Okay. Whatever that means.
Oh, is that they put the supersonic button there?
Yep. Yeah, you can choose to do it basically.
I do believe Sonic basically controls the same as he does in 3, where he has like the shield gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got two options. You can play with the Insta Shield or the Super Peel Out. I don't think a whole lot of this boss.
There's a couple of bosses in this game that I barely remember because they go down real fast.
Yeah. Also, it's nice to get the elemental shields in some of these Sonic 1 and 2 stages.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a new dynamic. I know when I was a kid I could have done with the bubble shields in Chemical Plant.
Oh.
So here we get like super experimental. Combine the chemicals to make it into some sort of bouncy gel.
Yeah, Act 2 is actually like pretty significantly different from Act 1 whenever they do this kind of thing. It's like, hey, we got the faithful recreation out of the way, now let's just get bizarre.
Yeah. And then you get the
That's
little
Carnival
things
Night.
like that. Yeah, they really mash up like different stages as well, like including stages that aren't actually in this game. There's a lot of that actually.
I do feel like people might be able to criticize this game for being like uncreative with how many times they like just kind of bring back an old set piece, but I don't know.
And that's kind of the whole point though, isn't it? It's having fan service, but
Yeah.
after like years of shit, I probably want a bit of fan service.
I mean, when you're also doing a bunch of new shit like this crazy chemicals,
Yeah, like that's the thing is I actually really like it. It just I've heard some people, not many, but some people, it's like, oh, it's just old Sonic games again. It's like, well, yeah, it's what people want.
It's done really well. Like, this is way better than like any of the advanced games.
Oh yeah.
And needless to say, because this engine was used for like an actual remake, the physics are absolutely 100% like spot on. Like I can't tell the difference. They just feel right.
Hey, at least we have a musical track that loops like not in like 12 seconds.
I actually really like this track. I like a lot of the other music too.
Yeah, there's also the some of those fan games like Complete and AIR. I'm saying AIR because it is an acronym, not be prestigious. They actually let you disable the super music so you can play a super song without having to do it
It
every
just
time.
goes like, oh, I've heard of this.
Oh, this caught me by surprise.
Yeah, it sounds kind of weird, but I actually wanted to avoid spoilers for this game when I played it for the first time. And this was one of the surprises. I don't know why the
Interesting
Kirby
way to
reference
play
is,
Puyo.
Yeah, they decided to put a Kirby reference in here for some reason.
Just friends of Sakurai. Just blame Sakurai. It's always the way to go.
This is... I'm not great at this game, but this is not an optimal way to play it.
I don't know what they're doing, honestly.
Like really good at like the main game, but this like, oh, what the hell?
No, you gotta.
I've heard people complain about this as well. Like, oh, why could you play a stupid puzzle game? It's like, it's really easy. Like,
It
come
is
on.
like the AI does not really try that hard because like it would be unfair if they did. Let's be honest.
Shame.
Like it's set up in a way where it's like you're not gonna struggle with it.
It's more like just staying alive, honestly. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Although, of course, if you do like a bunch of chains, you can end it quickly. Like, this is longer than I've ever played it. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this is not someone who knows how to Puyo.
No.
Why did you? The yellow's right there. If this is the worst complaint we have about this play, though, it's. I'd prefer this this video if it was like upscaled to 4K and was like made 5 times faster and you had like infinite frames. So that'd be better.
Always supersonic.
This all gets lost.
Jesus.
So we've got our first original stage. This was like I think this and Green Hill were like the first stages that were revealed in when the game was announced.
I think this track is in Smash Brothers too.
It is. Really want that invulnerability.
I think the stage is
Gotta
also
be-
just full of references.
It is. Including a few non-Sonic references.
There's something from Streets of Rage, I believe.
Yep.
Well, it was at the very beginning, wasn't it?
Yeah, the pine pot or whatever they call it in this. Pine bot or something.
Okay, the thing that's confusing, that's like really getting me about the Sonic Zoom theme is that its first notes are do 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 do. It's fucking Hyrule Field theme from Ocarina of Time.
I remember pointing out at some point that this theme reminds me a lot of something from 3D Blast on the Saturn.
I've never seen this path. I usually take the high road. The background's gorgeous as well.
Oh god, yeah, the level is like graphically designed is it's amazing in this game.
3D colors.
Also, this is something SK and I have referenced a few times. This game's not particularly hard. In fact, it's a little too easy, but reviews at the time, there were like countless people saying, this game's so difficult, you'll run out of lives instantly, and we're just like both of us were just like finishing the game with like 30 lives, like, what are you talking about? Oh, that's a Daytona reference.
There's also a
The
spitball
Hornet.
sound.
Yeah.
I know I have more than one friend who may or may not be watching this video who said at some point that this game was difficult. It was like, oh, why does it have lives? Why does it have time? It's like, I don't think either of those things are really a problem.
You got 10 minutes, like, each. I can't imagine it take more than 10 minutes.
There's one level in this game that may take you that long if you're not doing very well, and that's the last level.
Yeah, okay, because that one kind of forces you on a path. Oh, we've got another. We just call them these advanced 2 bosses, right? Like, that's what
Oh
we're
yeah, yeah,
calling
pretty
them.
much.
Oh my god, the drop dash.
I do love this fight though.
It's a good one, yeah. Club Spin is a reference to Club Sega, which I think is like a. I think it's a series of arcades in Japan. Remember arcades?
I heard Sega made a few arcade games.
CPU Cope, there's a reference to Spring Yard Zone. The graffiti on the train.
Oh,
So, are we actually doing anything other than dodging shit?
so you have to hit the blue missile, and that bounces back and hits the guy, but the guys flying around him kind of block it for him.
Yeah.
Protection hits.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of hard to tell because it's supersonic, but yeah, you're actually hitting those blue missiles. And avoiding the red missiles, but, you know, being invincible will kind of negate that threat.
Boing.
Transition's great.
I just can't get over how, like, well this game does, like, throwback stuff. And 4 got it so wrong.
Oh god, yeah. I love that cut. Well, not cut, but just that this TV's turning on. This truck is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you prefer Track 1?
It's their design's got a little bit, at least this area, it's got a little bit of that, like, Sonic CD kind of abstractness, although more so inside
A
the
little
studio.
bit, yeah.
Yeah. The use of colors, but I mean, that's not a bad thing, really. Like, as weird as
Yeah.
Sonic CD was, like, you know.
That wasn't really the bad part of Sonic CD.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
it was kind of weird looking in a cool way.
I was just saying how much I like the
Abstract and
music.
imaginative.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, a thing that's always been around in Sonic, just not quite as emphasized.
Oh yeah, they signs say lock on, which references Sonic and Knuckles.
This reminds me when I was looking at the cutting room floor for Sonic games the other day, and noticed that they have, like, one of the unlockable screens has artwork of Tails in it, which is kind of funny because that was kind of before Tails was a thing.
Well, I mean, it was still after the release of Sonic 2, but like I said, it was in development at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
This is, the fact that those were developed at the same time is just so weird to me.
I think the person who drew that was Tails' designer, actually.
Oh, right, yeah, they're all kind of like guest made.
Huh.
Judy Toyota. I feel like such a nerd for remembering that, but just remember a signature on that image.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, there's like this. I can't remember last time Super Sonic was actually playable, like mid-game like this. Like, what was it? I mean, the Generations did. It was kind of a weird power-up. I guess that still counts.
Yeah, like Generation kept it from you until very late, but it didn't let you do it, which makes a lot more sense than dropping it to you in an Act 2.
Yeah. There's a very obscure reference coming up in a minute. Yeah, that was kind of trivialized.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be able to reach him. So there's like, if you listen, there's like a faint, like hum, and there's like a date on there, and I think it's a reference to like the Sonic Expo where this game was revealed, and there were like big technical shortcomings, and that noise is what played on a screen, I think.
Yeah.
Like really like deep cut.
Okay, that's a really good
Oh,
fucking transition there.
Was that one of the newer ones?
No, that was originally there. I think I remember because I played this game a lot before that update even hit.
It's funny because I did beat the game, but I feel like I didn't play it enough because it just is a really good game.
Oh yeah, I've bought this game 3 times. I originally got it for the PS4 actually, because I think they delayed the PC release by a week. Probably to do with that de novo thing in the PC port.
Oh,
But anyway, yeah, I was just like, you know what, this is like a relatively cheap game, and I really don't want to wait another week. So even though I'd already pre-ordered it in Steam, I had a PS4 at the time. I was just like, you know what, I'll just get this version. So I played it on there originally, and then I got it again on the Switch because I was like, you know what, it's good on the handheld, Sonic. So bought it 3 times.
if I remember
not
correctly,
regret
that kind of like magnetism stuff that goes on here, you get pulled in if you have a shield, the electric shield.
That's right.
So it's kind of hard to tell, but that was a gimmick going on there where he got the shields, he was actually like upside down.
Yep. One more thing I'll say about getting the Switch version is that it comes in a box with a... I don't usually bother with physical games anymore, but this one came with a box that has a reversible sleeve, and then it's like a Mega Drive box on the other side. I'm just like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna get a physical version of that, that's neat. And that's like the Plus version, so there's DLC.
So this game has Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and now Ray and Mighty.
Yeah.
And I believe they all have super forms, which is kind of funny that you can play as Super Ray.
Ray is basically Cape Mario. That's his ability.
Yeah, he kind of glides around. Reminds me a lot of the way they do gliding in like Brawl, but way better.
There's gonna be another boss that's like cut
I was thinking it like, because I don't know if either of you know of Flying Squirrel Mario, because that would probably maybe be that is
No,
a power up,
it's-
and that might be more accurate.
No, it's the Cape from Mario
Okay,
World.
well,
Yeah,
it's definitely Gabe. Okay.
That's one of those bosses like ends really quickly just from the ability to jump high, which that electric shield would also allow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ray can, like, glide around, and then Mighty has, kind of like a
Mighty's
stomp.
like easy mode. Mighty's like easy mode because he can like jump on spikes once without taking damage.
It's like during his jump he has armor or something.
Yeah, it's
Like,
weird.
while he's rolled up, he won't actually get hurt.
Yeah, it didn't quite click with me.
Eh.
Just didn't find it as interesting as Ray or did the other characters. He doesn't have like a mobility thing, apart from like that downward kind of slam move. This is also, incorporates a lot of elements of Wing Fortress,
Oh, yeah.
like Scratch there.
Yeah, one of their, kind of philosophies is, like, whenever they bring back an old stage, they usually, like, kind of tie it to another old stage.
Yeah,
That
that
otherwise
makes
doesn't have
sense.
representation, so we got Wing Fortress here. Remember those little fans were also a thing.
Oh no, you didn't get your life.
Oh no!
Could have bounced off that, surely.
Oh
This
god!
isn't like
That's a lot of fire.
this is a kind of a boring point, relatively speaking, but it's interesting that Supersonic actually has unique frames for some animations, like grabbing the rail, because sometimes traditionally he would just suddenly revert back to like a yellow normal Sonic when
Right,
doing certain sprites. They actually took the effort to put in a bunch of new sprites.
But if I remember correctly, I don't think anyone else...
Blue ring?
Oh, yeah! The,
Oh, the blue ring there, that's from Chaotix.
Yep, if you take damage, you drop, like, a few big rings. Like, kind of equivalent of however many you had, like, divided up into, say, like, 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Chaotix, the combi ring would just make it into one giant ring, which made a already way too easy game even more trivial, which is great. It's good for like kind of maintaining that ring streak, streak you have. I can't stress how big these stages are as well, because like I'll see someone play it and I'll just be like, I've never seen this path, like I've never seen this area of the game, and I've beaten it like 10 times or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they avoided my least favorite path. That's one thing I remember about this stage. I think I remember last time I watched you play it, Bob. I saw you go there with like, it was like kind of underneath the ship. And you're
Oh
like,
yeah. I think I took a wrong turn.
You avoided hell.
it was weird. It had
Those electric things.
yeah, and also the guy like piloting the flying battery in that cutscene is like an enemy.
Yeah, it's weird. But I hadn't seen that before at that point either. I was just like, where the hell have I gone? What the hell is this? This bit. You very
Oh god.
you need to kind of define the actual shape of this thing, you know?
So this thing.
Yeah, this is one of the more kind of awkward bosses.
I don't like this thing. I find this very difficult. If not just annoying.
It's definitely got a learning curve.
This is one of those bosses you can't always hit it. Like you have to wait for your opportunity, and if things don't line up, then you won't actually get a damage in.
Well, it needs to stop hitting it so it can actually reset.
Seems to be working out. Wow, okay.
You do need the momentum, so normally you need the grab boost, spinning things, whatever. But cool, Supersonic's kind of spoiling this look to a certain degree. But
I mean, what else does
You need
Supersonic
to-
do?
right, so normally there's not a transition here. Well, I say normally, there originally wasn't a transition here. Then they thought, oh, let's just throw in a reference to like the Game Gear game.
Oh, right.
So
Press garden. The garden isn't one of my buttons. I can't press garden.
it's a printing press.
So this is a very interesting stage design.
I do think it borders on being a little too all over the place, but I still really like it. I kind of feel like maybe they just take maybe like one element out, but it's still really good.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this one.
So you got the printing presses, which is the obvious thing, but it's also like this kind of overgrown kind of printing press, and then there's like these Asian kind of touches to it, and then in Act 2, it's like, oh, it's a snow level.
Yeah, Act 2 is just 100% different.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like maybe just take a little bit out, but again, oh, that's Splats. That was a removed enemy.
Oh, yeah,
in Sonic
yeah.
1.
Yeah, that's like also it's like there's like launch base and Sky Sanctuary with those big spinning things.
Yeah.
Mega Man with these.
T.
I love this track as well.
It's the entire soundtrack. The conveyor belts are very interesting, like physics objects, where you kind of bounce off them, but also bounce in a direction.
Ah.
I don't recognize this path. Oh,
Nope.
Dead. I'm embarrassed to admit there's an achievement for finding the quote secret room on the stage. I've never seen it.
I don't know what that would be.
No. I feel like I've played this game so much, but apparently I've just never taken the right path here.
If I remember correctly, there's a lot of achievements for a Sonic game.
Yeah.
The spring that just kind of has it's red, but the petals blow off it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the thing about the stage. I feel like Studiopolis had a good focus and they stuck to it. You know, and also make it like kind of a city level as well as just the studio thing. But this one's just like, it's got like a bit of nature stuff in. Didn't quite gel with the printing press motif, but what do I know?
I think it's fine. I actually really like it just because, like, there's one of the few levels where they got to actually use their imagination, so they're just like, let's just make it, you know, it's indoors and
I guess.
outdoors at the same time, and I think that's actually really neat.
Yeah. I like the warehouse. I do feel like maybe hold off the ice level for another stage there, because you've already got something going on for this.
True, but I mean, they didn't have a nice level otherwise, so...
I want to point out, if any time I criticize this game, it's so goddamn minor, because this game's amazing. Like, I'm really that is the definition of nitpicking. Thanks.
Goodbye.
Well, what's supposed to happen is that thing's supposed to attack you with its swords, and if it hits the brown boxes, it like recoils and breaks the saw, and then you can hit it, but no.
Well, at least we couldn't supersonic our way through Poyu.
Yeah.
You should be able to, though.
So yeah, just, you're outside now. It's no longer the press garden, it's just the garden.
I think the idea is like it's like a logging thing. It's actually getting the paper.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
For the press.
It does check out, yeah. As someone who loves Sonic 3, I find it so weird that there's a game that has all the elemental shields and the blue shield.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I
the
don't
elemental
know.
shields give Sonic, like, something extra he can do, whereas the blue shield, it's like, well, he could take a hit. It's like the other one's worse.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, to some degree, I get that as sort of like, you know, ramping power-ups. Like how Mario, you get like the mushroom, but you also get like the fire flower. But it seems like the blue shields aren't the elemental shields aren't uncommon enough for that to work.
Yeah.
But it's not the worst thing either.
No, again, we're nitpicking.
Yeah, I just find it weird because I think they added that in Sonic 3 Complete in some fashion.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can have the blue shields. Like, why? Why would I want that?
Oh, yeah, originally Sonic wasn't animated when he was frozen. That's another thing they patched in,
Oh, yeah.
even though the data was already there.
Well, that's mean. They put a spring right next to a trap box in ice.
If you have the, there's a lot of interesting interactions with the elemental shields as well. We didn't say it, but if you have a fire shield, it will obviously melt through this ice. It also burn through the bridge in Green Hill Zone, revealing a secret area.
Oh, yeah. I can't dislike this design. It's so fucking pretty.
Yeah, no, I don't dislike the.
I know,
I'm
just saying, like, damn, this is a good-looking stage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the boss of the stage is a reference to a non-Sonic game. So you see, it's a
Yeah.
logging.
Just really good design philosophy. And not only in the stage design is really good too, but the actual, like, aesthetics and stuff are just...
Oh, here we go.
So
So this is a guy who's a ninja robot who can freeze you with his sword.
But he's not just any ninja, he is the motherfucking Shinobiist. Because all of his sound effects are taken from the Revenge of Shinobi. Not that we heard many of them, but but they're like the way he throws the shurikens, which are Metropolis Zone reference.
Oh yeah, the
like,
star use.
Yeah. References within references. This little planet.
Hey, look, I found it.
We're going to Sonic CD. Oh no.
Oh no.
Said Sonic CD. Knuckles wasn't in that game.
So I think they did the Sonic CD references like extremely good.
Yeah, I mean, what if Sonic CD actually had decent level designs? I mean, in terms of like layout, I don't mean visually. Although I will say this is a more consistent look than the original as well. And they, because obviously Sonic City had like 4 versions of every stage, so it's quite easy to make an Act 1 and an Act 2. Here we're in the past, which has a lot of Marble Garden and some Mushroom Hill in it.
I like this R&B version.
I absolutely love the tune. I mean, I suppose you can argue it's a little dated, but it's just so early 90s, it's great.
Oh, this is good. It's very good.
But why aren't they remixing the US soundtrack? I don't know if they reference it at all, actually. There might be like a little nod to it somewhere. Maybe in the next CD level.
Yeah, I don't think they do, which is... I don't know how they would, but I would certainly be interested in hearing that take.
I do find this interpretation of the stage makes it a little more... This is always true, but it makes it more obvious now that this is kind of like a music-themed level, kind of. There's like a lot of instruments and there's like a concert hall in the background. Which was in the original, but it wasn't quite as clear because Sonic City was a little noisy originally.
It's a weird level. Because this one is a lot more garden-themed.
It is.
But...
Like, it's only when you're on the bottom levels that you can see like the buildings in the background either.
Yeah.
If you're up flying it up, it's just like Stardust Speedway, more like. Or
Marble
wait,
Garden.
no, that is the name. Like,
it does feel more fitting of the name Marble Garden. So this was a thing at the end of Sonic CD?
That's right, yeah. That was just like a bad Nick attack, it wasn't all this.
And that was a reference to Death Egg from Sonic 3, or Knuckles.
Yeah. I never thought of that. Yeah, you're right. It's the same sound. The background there is similar to the new stage they put into the
Yeah,
Sonic
this is
2
great.
port. That was always a... I just realized on like a game making standpoint, this might as well just be a new level, like in terms of assets. Like the tile set's completely new.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why this is a level people remember from CD. I just have a big fondness for like big spotlights in the background of the Sonic stages.
Oh, yeah.
I know Sonic 4 did that a couple of times. Our favourite game. God, they could just having mentioned the Sonic 4, just the contrast between this and that, like, Jesus, like night and day.
Absolutely.
Particularly
Sonic between
episode
this
1.
and Sonic 4 and Sonic 4.
I want Sonic Mania. We have Sonic Mania Tome. Sonic Mania Tome. Oh, that's actually from one of the advanced games. That's like the one thing they took from an advanced game, that weird Bungie thing. I don't know why that specifically, but it's there. It's definitely from, I think, Advance 2?
Timing's hard.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, it's... I think there's an achievement for beating that it's level under like 30 seconds or whatever.
So they had to do this.
But with a rotating pillar in the
Wait,
background.
does Metal Sonic have the Sonic CD jump sound?
Yeah, he does.
Oh my god, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. I noticed it. It's the one time I've
forgot.
actually been happy to hear it. So this is a Chaotix reference, because he's the boss in that. That's a Game Gear Sonic.
I was say there's a lot going on here. This is kind of dumb, I'd say.
It is.
I love the references, but also like hitting
Oh,
Metal Sonic here is just kind of annoying.
this plays could be doing better. I think this person's got Supersonic and they're just kind of brute forcing their way through the game.
Well, they only got 6 rings, so
Yeah, and this... Yeah, teabag, I'm not sure. Oh no.
Wow.
do 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 do
Oh.
do 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 do.
I did not expect a death in this.
No.
I'm using
I don't-
Supersonic as a crutch there.
How do I play the game without invincibility?
Yeah, Supersonic was actually making that more difficult, because if you see Twin Dash with Supersonic, he hits it way too hard. I forgot Metal Sonic was also the bad guy of the OVA.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm trying to remember if that was actually like related to the plot of Sonic CD, but it was actually that Robotnik wanted to marry the president's daughter? Who was a cat girl? It was fucking weird, alright?
Yeah.
Not like a Sonic cat character, like an actual just
Yeah,
like...
no, like a human with ears, like a Parisian sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing was weird. I do like Metal Sonic as an antagonist, like, but he's only used sparingly, you know? You know, like that Sonic Heroes twist.
relatively
So this
sparingly.
is changed. This is now a Chaotix final boss reference. It was originally just a big spiked wall, which is kind of generic and not terribly interesting. Also, the way you fight this thing is very similar to the end of Sonic 3 Knuckles.
Yeah. Yeah, they used to have the Kid Chameleon death wall, but
Yeah. It just kind of looked
And it
weird.
said die, and it died.
It was like a, yeah, that's straight out Death Egg Zone. It's just weird. It just dropped a big spiked wall there.
Sonic is Survivor. Not sure why there's a big 3D element in the background. I don't know if it's...
Well, during the race, there was a big, there was a tower in the middle, and it 3D rotated to indicate you were going around and around the tower in that very classic way.
Yeah, I mean, it fits. It just... I don't know if it was a reference or anything or not. But it has that
That's
kind of
what
style
I
to it. Also, I did not expect this zone to come back. But I'm actually really
no,
glad it did.
this was one that surprised me. You gotta have a water stage, so might as well use the best one.
Yeah, it's a good water stage.
Between this and the water stage in my style, like, I think the water stages
Oh
get
no,
any better.
Tails is drowning.
Yeah, fuck him.
He'll do that.
Sonic Tails is drowning. Yeah, he'll do that.
There's something odd about the fact that Tails will just constantly die as he's following you around. And then just kind of, like... don't know why he was programmed to die. You know,
Yeah, that's a
like
good point.
he could have
I
just
thought of
like,
that.
oh, I take damage, you know, infinite air or whatever. But they're like, no, he can die just like Sonic. It's like, okay.
Maybe it's part of him being a playable character. Maybe.
I feel like you could have just easily just been like ignored the death condition, you know?
Yeah. It's weird. He's just constantly respawning his infinite lives. I always saw those like symbols they keep using this in Labyrinth Zone as kind of a face.
Yeah, same.
Should put a Sonic sprite as well. How it's kind of a based more on Sonic 1 and 2 than the kind of weirdish kind of 1 and 3. The one that was like almost pre-rendered. I'm not sure.
And Knuckles uses animations from Chaotix.
Yeah.
Kind of got more of that style to his sprites.
It's very influenced by that, definitely. No, we'll see a lot of him. We'll see him at one point. After this stage, if I'm not mistaken.
Will we?
Yep.
We'll see.
Very briefly.
I like Hypersonic was a thing that was in one game.
Yeah.
Just kind of realizing, it's like, oh yeah, that was really just like we.
Super Sonic.
Yeah, we needed the ability, like a reward for getting even more emeralds because we had 2 games attached together.
At least they did that much, so just like, we're good. Although you can get the good ending in Sonic 3 and Knuckles with just 7 emeralds. It's just the super form instead.
I just can't wait until like the next, 3D Sonic game that takes itself too seriously and incorporates Hypersonic into the story.
Oh, there he is. Oh, he's actually. You almost got there before him. This is a.
You
weird
cannot
boss.
defeat my bombs. I have placed my bombs everywhere.
Really strange boss, this.
It's kind of labyrinth zone-y right here.
Yeah.
That's what I immediately thought they were going for as soon as I saw this.
Well, the play's fucked.
Oh.
Oh
Nah,
no,
this-
there's some rings.
It's a boss, it really doesn't matter. Oops. I thought he was going to go straight into the Eggomatic there.
So this is a thing.
That's weird.
So you pilot the boss of Hydra City,
Yeah.
Yep.
attack Eggman with it.
I don't. It's one of those things that's like a fun twist, but I don't know who asked for it. It is also kind of a reference to Launch Base Zone when Sonic pilots it.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be.
I guess that thing's really idiot-proof to pilot.
I mean, Robotnik's pretty big on making things that only Sonic can use, so...
Okay.
I don't remember what this stage...
Oh yeah, they have an actual Act 2 to remix.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I'm trying to remember
Well,
if this stage does
but-
anything kind of like... Has any like incorporations from other stages, or if it's just Hydra City.
It's that Labyrinth Zone a bit.
Yeah.
But even the original had Labyrinth Zone influences, so... The weird kind of Sonic statue at the very top of this background has been redrawn to match his sprite in this game. Well, it's a good thing while it lasted.
I remember skimming this video and not seeing Supersonic that much. I guess I just clicked on the wrong parts.
It doesn't matter, it's not the end of the world. We know what
matters to me. But also, we couldn't find a video.
Yeah, I mean this is the best they had.
Yeah.
I was considering just making my own video like I did for Heroes, but I also just want to get this done.
It's funny because we've been really looking forward to actually talking about Mania, but at this point, I think at the very least me and Bob are just very burnt out.
I'm eager. Still seem excited.
I do like this game a lot, though.
Oh no, I love it. I love this guy.
Yeah, this level just kind of stands out for just being very straightforward in Act 2.
Yeah, it's not that different.
I'm really distracted by the fact that the weird, odd black
Oh my god!
outlines that Supersonic has from the old games is still here. I guess they just wanted to keep it.
Like the after images, yeah.
No, I mean the black outline in the sprite that looks like it just was kind of an effect of them changing his palette from blue to gold. There's a lot of it still here, and it.
Oh right, yeah.
I don't know.
Must be linked to his eyes, maybe. Wait, no. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it looks kind of strange. I'm just too critical of this game, I'm sorry.
You know, watching this, I'm kind of reminded Supersonic's invulnerability is less of a game breaker than just his super high jump. It's like really making the platforming segments trivial. Ugh. Oh god, we'll take another go at it. You really don't have to. Well done.
Got the high path, yeah! I like to compare this game a lot to Streets Rage 4.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like, we got a proper sequel to the trilogy after so many years.
And it's made by fans.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, because they kind of took different directions a little bit in how they did their
Yeah.
sequel. But it is infinitely funny to me that this... What the fuck?
So, I guess, the drowning music just barely started.
Yeah, and then...
Yeah.
And so it cut off, but it reloaded the supersonic music.
Yeah.
The boss fight.
Yeah.
Jesus. This boss is kind of nasty, too.
I quite like it.
Really creative with the bosses, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I like this.
This one's kind of tough because whenever you actually get hit, you don't really have control enough to actually get your rings back. And you have to be very careful with how you move, otherwise you get, pulled in and crushed.
And then they incorporate the mini-boss.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is this boss, so of course the music did something weird. If this was...
Tails.
Come on. I got a video on my Twitter of me nailing that.
Thanks.
I'm actually starting to figure out which transitions are new and which ones aren't. Look, it's Knuckles.
Ow.
Bye, Knuckles. Oh yeah, these guys do have names. This is a heavy magician.
I think him being knocked off was kind of a reference to in Palace Zone.
Oh yeah. And he's got his own entirely unique Act 1 for the stage.
Oh, it's armadillo versions of the turtles.
Oh yeah, they're all like kind of desert twists.
Yeah, so Knuckles gets a more typical stage here with a completely different music too. So this,
Yeah, because it's made for him, he gets some nice uses for his like wall climbing and glide.
oh yeah,
So what, you get a sky chase.
Music's gives it quite a different tone, although apart from this bit,
I love the cactus guys because those are also just like a sky chase enemy, but now they look
Yeah.
like cacti.
show that little incorporation of the Sky Chase theme.
I didn't pick up on that. Wow, that's really neat.
I think Tails wearing those goggles, as I said before, is a reference to the movie. We really don't need to guess it. Okay. I think the idea behind this level is it's a reference to Dust Hill, cut Sonic 2 level.
Oh yeah.
There's that light from Spring Yard. Also, I never really picked up on this originally, but it's totally delivering things to the following zone.
Oh yeah, let's say I recognize the aesthetic of those like tankers.
Yeah. I don't know why that made me think of Bubsy, that one thing.
So this is also a reference?
Well, I mean, that's like a regular enemy, but...
No, like
It's a
I actually,
reference to my favorite game, Yoshi's Island.
I saw a video on this. Like this is actually like a Game Gear boss or something.
Oh, yeah, it is. Not quite as dynamic, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think the Knuckles version plays a little more like the original.
That's right, I forgot about that. Oh, this. I love this. That really got me when I first saw it. Hey, it's Knack the Weasel. Hey, it's Fang the Sniper. So that's actually randomized between the him, Bark, and Bean, who are all characters from Sonic the Fighters. Well, Knack's not from Sonic the Fighters, but that trio of characters who are all in that game.
Again, which is the very good like design aesthetic. I think that's a reference to CD, like the way those platforms kind of like he kind of tilts on them.
Yeah.
I like the ring monitors on the spikes there. Very subtle and simple.
I think those pinatas originally had like a design that looked like the pig enemies from Scrap Brain Zone.
Huh.
And changed to stars. Yeah, it was on the cutting room floor.
Oh. I thought it meant like they changed it for plus. I was like,
Excelsior! I never noticed that!
Oh, this has also got a little Rice Star in it.
Oops.
Oh, no.
Quite already at the end.
Not barrels. I have nightmares about barrels.
Supposed to... Did they reference that?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's a pretty accurate how Knack kind of broke forward in his debut game. As Bean. Bean the Dynamite, which is a reference to Dynamite Ducks,
Let's say.
and then Bark is just, as far as I know, just a wholly original character. It's kind of weird because it's like here's the Sonic fighting game. It's like a couple of completely original characters, and then they were retroactively put into the Sonic game through this, you know, into the
Yeah.
Sonic series. Oh look, it's Bean and Bark from Sonic Mania, which will be released in like 20 years. That's a good
I
transition.
mean, they kind of just slip right in. They're just kind of, they don't have like big things going on, so they, you know.
Yeah, I guess that wasn't really them anyway.
All the random things, you know, all the random goings on that happen in a world like this, you know.
Also, this level was also a surprise to me.
Yeah, same. I actually really like this stage. Originally, like just the aesthetic and the music.
Yeah, I think it's just the right amount of challenge as well. Of course, you got a fire shield now, which mixes things up.
Oh yeah.
I always thought this level had some of the more challenging bad guys. At least in a back when you couldn't reflect projectiles. Like
Yeah,
those
these guys,
bastards.
yeah, they just fly through the walls and stuff. Yeah, so that's what fire does.
It sets everything on fire. Fire and oil.
And this is what Super does.
We are well acquainted with Super. We've had many a game with Super. Except the first one where we forgot one of the emeralds existed.
You know, I'll give the 3D games this. They, like, incorporated the Chaos Emeralds into the plot. Whereas I can't...
Kind.
I don't... They feel really disconnected in the retro games. It's like...
Yeah, the whole Supersonic thing has always been handled better
Yes.
in the later
Just power.
stuff. Although here... I don't mind that they put it in this game, because it kind of feels like they have to.
yeah, they did. Absolutely.
This boss just sucks.
Yeah, that's... When I was thinking of bosses that are way too easy, I was remembering this guy.
Yeah.
He like turns the valves and it makes the platforms kind of move in different patterns. And like there's
But
spikes
he's
at the
usually
top.
dead by the time he does that.
Yeah. So this one incorporates a very interesting gimmick. Which is, if you remember the ghosts in Sandopolis Zone Act 2, they kind of do that again, but instead of it being a timer that releases ghosts that attack you, it's
oh god, the world is on fire.
it's a timer to when you start having your rings drained from you because, holy shit, you're, like, dying. Which in a very, very strained way, might be kind of a reference to Lava Reef Zone and that enemy that, like, covers you in a cloud that drains your rings, but...
Never thought of that.
Mm.
Yeah, shit.
I like making waterfalls of the oils to give it the same bouncy properties as sort of Mario 3, but like a neat spin on it.
That's kind of a thing
It's
in,
like the sand, yeah.
yeah, Sandopolis. It's-
Oh yeah, Sandopolis had that too. That's right.
I fucking love this remix, too.
I'm a supersonic.
Pretty much. Turn Super, you know you want to do it.
Definitely will now.
As soon as I mentioned the music, he plays 3 different tracks that aren't the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, picking up an invulnerability, okay.
I do.
It's okay.
I know. I understand why it's happening, but I do kind of actually miss the music getting all like really fast when you have the speed shoes.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just do that with MP3s, but man.
I'm sure the playback module just goes like increased playback speed or something.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can definitely do it if you put effort into it, and they had enough effort to it, but they wanted to do it this way instead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
'Cause
should
I'm
point out the
pretty
music.
sure, like, you can still get hurry-up themes in, like, all the new Super Mario Brothers and shit.
I also wanted to say the music's by a guy who did fan like remixes called T-Lobes, a Portuguese dude. He did all the music apart from like the main opening theme. There's like a main theme and there's an alternate theme that he did. I don't quite like the theme he didn't do. It sounds a little generic. Again, nitpicking, but
I just noticed that Supersonic has an idle animation. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Sitting still is
Does he?
supersonic.
Yeah, he
what
like
did he do? I didn't notice.
He, like-
Hey, it's that cruise ship!
he like got surrounded by electricity. It's interesting.
never
looking.
noticed. Oh, you mean wave flexes? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that ship design is taken from Chaotix.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
At least it's very
I-
similar, yeah.
I pretty much remember that because was a memorable background thing from a not that memorable game.
Yeah.
There's like
I don't know how I feel about this transition. This is a little weird.
the one of the paths in that level like kind of has like this Mario Maker thing where you kind of go inside the ships.
Oh yeah, we didn't even see that.
I think it's actually an achievement for getting through all of them. So that's a thing also from Chaotix, I believe, or was it CD? It might have been CD.
CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, CD seems like the type to have weird things like that, whereas with the Combi Ring, even they would realize that there's no way you would actually use those feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Chaotix isn't that creative.
This is such a
This
good
might
track.
be a bit strenuous, but I think that little mini loop there may have been a reference to the Sonic 3 multiplayer level Endless Mine, because it just kind of,
Oh yeah,
I don't know, it just looks very specifically placed there.
I can kind of see it. Yeah.
You don't need tails to... Could've just been dash jump, whatever. Oh yeah, they're from Hilltop. Another level with lava in it.
One of the worst levels ever.
Yeah. Yeah, they did that. There's like a fan mod pack called for this game called like the Misfit levels. Right, really saved that super for that really challenging bit. Yeah, there's a fan mod of levels called the Misfit levels for levels everyone hates, such as Labyrinth Zone. Okay, Hilltop Zone and Aquatic Ruin. I'm like, who
Yeah.
hates those latter two?
I did not get that. Wasn't Starlight in that, or what, am I misremembering?
I don't think that was. But yeah, I don't know who hates Aquatic Ruin. Well, I don't think it's anyone's favorite level, but it's nothing wrong with it.
It's a nice looking level. I don't know. I
Yeah.
like it.
I like it, yeah. But no, apparently it's a level everyone hates. I don't know. I don't get that.
Nah.
I know a complaint about Hilltop Zone is that it just uses the tile set from Emerald Hill, which, okay, sure, but the background's different enough to justify its existence.
I'll be honest, I didn't notice it as a kid.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Thanks to the background and just it being a completely different color, it actually, I was like, that's fine.
The gimmicks are different as well, like lava and everything.
Yeah.
Also, like, this is very much of, like very clearly a volcano now with, like, an opening at the top. This was like Lava Reef, like a reef of lava.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a weird boss. I don't know how I feel about it.
I like
You have
it.
to wait for it to damage itself.
It's very Sonic 3 and Knuckles that way.
I suppose it's it did have those. I guess it has like armor and it needs to break off by doing this.
I like it. You gotta mix it up somehow. You can't just have it so you have
I
to
know.
jump at the thing.
I know. I'm just saying it's kind of weird. Because the idea here is that you just go deep underground, but I don't know. I always like the implication of the lava cooling.
Yeah, that was always a neat effect, but
So here we are at Quartz Quadrant. This is one of my less favorite remixes from this game. I just feel the guitar's a little heavy, but it's all good. It's just
yeah, this one always sounded odd to me. I couldn't really quite place it.
I think the guitar's just a little too strong. I thought that was Knuckles only. It's not.
Maybe it's not quite as the other tracks, like necessarily led by the same instruments as the other tracks. I do really like this track as like the mournful feel it in parts.
It stands out a lot for sure.
Well, I'd say it's bad. I'm just saying it doesn't. I don't know. It just seems a bit different to everything else. It doesn't matter. For God's sake, you only need 8 more rings.
Get 8 more rings, you'll be invincible.
No,
Fuck's sake!
you lost your shit.
Just give it up.
Jesus Christ!
It's gonna go super and then go back for it.
What the? What the fuck was any of that?
Nonsense.
I think this is the person who's like gotten really good at the special stations, remembered where his first rings are, but just kind of a little odd at the rest of the game. Like, I don't know what to do if I'm not supersonic. Help.
I think I'm not trying to complain about other people using supersonic because I don't want to be one of those people that's like, oh, you can't have fun the way I have fun, whatever. But like, I just wouldn't use supersonic because it feels like you're just not playing the game anymore.
Yeah, I think that's why they mapped it to like a special button, just so you can avoid using it if you want to.
Yeah, that's why I've always found it so weird. Is it just seems like it's like, okay, having a reward for getting all the Chaos Emeralds, sure, but this is just you don't play.
Hey, it's like a power trip.
Yeah, you don't play the game anymore.
I don't recognize this area.
Reminds me of Super Mario RPG where you get the lazy shell and become actually invincible.
Oh yeah.
You don't really need that. You can just jump to the Oh, that's a kind of a reference to when Knuckles punches a boulder under Sonic. That staircase.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's gonna lose a lot of rings before the boss shows up. I think he's trying to dance with the music, but it's not quite. Okay, quickly make the most of your vulnerability. This guy's actually kind of a bit of a bastard.
Yeah. More spinball sounds?
I know that motor bug is a reference to someone who passed away, but I can't remember the intricacies, so I'll just leave it at that. But it was someone in the fan community who died, and I think he went by something like motor bug, so that's a reference to him. which is nice. Kind of weird we're going back to Little Planet. I really want to emphasize that the CD levels are on this very specific thing.
Yeah.
I mean, when you set a game on a thing that supposedly only comes every once 1,000 years, you kind of have to.
First off, I love this remix to death. It's one of my favorite tracks in the game. And I find this one odd that one of the final levels from an older Sonic game is the penultimate level.
Well, they want to do the original stage.
Yeah, I do really
this one
like
has this has a lot of scrap brain in it, but then again, so did the original CD level.
Oh no!
This was another one of those stages I just didn't see coming. Lava Roof was spoiled to me by watching the game's opening. Because you like fly through these different rings and you clearly see Lava Reef there.
Oops. It is funny to me that whenever I first actually played this game, I actually knew basically nothing about CD. So it's just like, oh, here's a level from CD. It's like, okay.
It doesn't make a habit of making the game look better than it actually was. The people that made this like swear that CD's like the best game in the series, and I'm just like, look, I'm not in a position to argue with you because you made Mania, but that's kind of insane.
It is funny that they would say that and then make like a version of a CD stage that plays like an actual Sonic stage instead of
stupid. Instead of garbage. I'm wondering if you could actually feasibly port this to the Saturn, because I know it's graphically simple, but I'm just wondering like how much memory it would use. You know, it's not as simple as just, oh yeah, it could do 2D. You know.
Yeah, you wouldn't be necessarily programming in the. You're probably programming in a modern language instead of fucking assembly.
Yeah, but what I meant is just like feasibly, like with the number of sprites, what they're doing with the actual graphics, you know? Because they like that there was that really botched Symphony of the Night port. So
oh yeah.
there's a matter of like sprite layers and using certain layers that can only show transparencies there, things like that. It's not quite as simple as just, you know, the sprites are simple.
So here's the final boss of Sonic 1.
Yeah. I suppose this may look slightly more challenging by the fact that you'll have rings here. Or less challenging, rather.
It can still instantly kill you, though.
Yeah.
This
It's like
can be,
It can kill you if you're like really careless and you're just too desperate for those hits.
If you get too aggressive, yeah.
Where's the boss where he grinds down his own machine like an idiot?
We could go with a CD boss. Maybe not.
Oh yeah, remember that one mechanic that they used for like a split second in CD? Where you like, kind of go behind the objects?
Oh yeah.
They actually used that here a little bit, I think.
I love the saxophone solo in this theme. I'm just hoping we get to hear it before he does Supersonic.
Mini laser.
Yeah. I do love at one point in these videos you made a joke about if you get to play as the chibi Sonic on the results screen, and then it's just like that's literally a thing you get to do.
Here's this solo.
Yeah, you forgot the mini lasers here to save our day.
Wait, can you transform when you're small?
Yeah, I think you can.
Well, the X button actually is lighting up. Never mind then.
I kind of want to see if they did an animation for that.
Well, they had to have.
Well,
Oh, we're holding off.
Himself lose his rings.
Well, we lost our rings.
I mean, yeah.
When are we gonna get to the blue spheres?
Mom, when are we going to get to the blue spheres?
Great.
Okay. You gonna go super? Oh, damn it, I want to see this shroom conversion.
I mentioned the background gimmick. I actually don't know if we're going to see it in this path.
I think so. Right. So that was kind of an original CD idea, just executed a little better.
Yeah.
As is all of these levels, honestly.
So I'm trying to remember what actually were all the mini games available. There was Blue Spheres. Was there?
There's a standalone version of Mean Bean Machine. That's it.
I just mean like the signpost stuff. Was it only Blue Sphere?
Yep.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then Encore mode gives you the pinball table.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's why I was complaining about it, you know.
I forgot there actually was an alternative to that. It was just Blue Sphere.
Yeah. Let's, yeah, let's try and count the references. That's the Marvel Zone boss. That's the first boss of Sonic 2, and there's Amy. Who's like also a reference to...
machine, capsule machine.
She's also a reference to Tails Stole from Sonic R, kind of, with that thing on her head.
Oh yeah.
I think so. I think that's a reference.
There's also the fact that machine
Why,
itself
Kyle?
is actually in Knuckles Chaotix. Like this machine here.
Hmm.
Remember we saw
Oh, yeah.
Chaotix and freaked out?
Oh, this is it new. I honestly forget what's new and what isn't. Tails reacting like that to the lightning is a reference to the movie.
So this is an interesting zone.
Yeah.
So this is our big final stage, and I believe the music and a lot of the elements in the design of the stage itself are references to a multiplayer stage in
Yeah,
Sonic 3.
Chrome Gadget.
Yeah.
Like there's that wired kind of floor pattern that's definitely Chrome Gadget. And the music kind of alludes to it at one point.
I never could pick up on it, but I do remember hearing that was a thing.
Yeah, listen. It's more like alluding to it than literally being the same melody.
This is a weird place to take inspiration from.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping, I don't know, like they could have just made it Chrome Gadget. Hey, listen, this bit.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Trying to come up with these references, that's from Death Egg. Those
This
bumper
music
things
has a
are-
sense of menace that isn't usually present in final boss stages and final stages in Sonic games. At least Flash Trilogy. I like it.
I think the Death Egg from Sonic Knuckles was kind of a little close. It was very dark sounding.
It's still kind of still something you could like dance to, though, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Also, these things are from the Sonic and Knuckles minigame. It's a scrap brain enemy.
That's Super Sonic.
Yeah.
Made his debut in Sonic 2.
Back to the lead of Hyrule Field again.
I'm trying to like look at the background because it's not something I typically look at when I'm playing, you know? I know there's like the giant robot there, but I don't pay much attention to it.
I remember one time, I think when I brought up the Sonic 3D reference earlier, or my attempt to make a reference to it, it was because, like, I think we were just trying to figure out if this game actually ever referenced Sonic 3D. And
I like how you keep calling it Sonic 3D instead of Sonic 3D Blast.
Well, because it's...
Well, because
I mean, like, yeah, but...
That's also no cool 3D Blast where I'm from.
It's just easier,
Yeah, but you're the one who keeps referring to it, SK.
Wow. I mean, Sonic 3D, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I know. I just find it odd. It's just interesting. Whee! Look out! You're gonna crash! Whoa!
I'm sorry, from now on I'll refer to all of these games as Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and Knuckles. I like to abbreviate, alright? But yeah, this background kinda gives me, like, Panic Puppet vibes, but that's really the closest I can come. I don't think this game references 3D a lot, which...
I was gonna say regarding the references, because obviously there's so many of them. I do like there's so many of them, so I wouldn't say restraint, but they restrain themselves to just that era of games. Like, they could have just thrown in a few, like, references to Adventure or whatever, but they didn't. Like, I think they just, like, you know, we've got to, like, cut this off somewhere. And maybe it's I don't know, maybe they thought it'd be a little jarring to remind you of Adventure or whatever during this 16-bit throwback. This is all, like, chaotic, even, and...
Yeah.
Well, it's weird, yeah, it's like...
I don't know why they couldn't do 3D, but...
Yeah, the thing is, like, they didn't do 3D, but they did Spinball? Like, a fair number of times with the sound effects?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that moon at the top was definitely, like, the one Grim Gadget. I forgot about this boss.
Oh, I remember
completely
this.
forgot about this.
I remember this because this thing's an asshole in both the original game and this.
Yeah, I think this one looks the most similar to its original incarnation, other than just being darker.
Yeah?
He hasn't changed that much.
Has a bit of an extra form at the end, but otherwise...
So yeah,
Yeah.
that fight is like, the elevator keeps like going down, so you're like, it's not exactly gravity is heavier, but it feels like gravity is heavier, so you can't jump very high to actually hit it. So that,
Yeah, I never really figured out the pattern, I just hit it whenever I could.
yeah, it's kind of annoying.
It's kind of half-baked, I feel. That's like Sundowner's when you go near Pyramid.
Also, the Kirby speeder things that were in Sonic CD, those are here too.
So this level kind of takes a unique turn for a Sonic level.
Forgot about the stained glass.
Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be the Monarch bit, like royalty, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
So, it might not be easy to tell, but so there are 4 sections of this stage. There's like that room we were just in was like a hub for these 4 sections, and you have to go through each one
Ah, okay.
and kind of clear it out.
Also, instead of like a bottomless pit, you get these like the pink teleporter things, like the void, and it'll just send you back to the start. So it's almost more annoying than dying. So it'll just fling you back, and then when you reach the end, you just...
So that's what I was
Go through
mentioning
the
when I
thing.
was talking about like running out of time is
Oh, this stage, yeah.
because
Maybe like when you're first playing, yeah.
Especially because when you don't die if you actually fall in those pits, you just get, like, restarted. So,
If you die, it resets a timer, yeah.
yeah. And again, I never did run out of time, just saying, you know,
In theory.
for people complaining about the timer,
I've got to see those people playing, because I just can't.
I know. He says, like, well, there's a timer visible, and that makes me paranoid. It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's like, oh, but I heard Sonic's all about running fast and I keep running into shit. It's like, well, you don't have to, like, just take your time if you know what you're doing. Not like putting a gun to your head. Like, this isn't like the movie Speed. Like, if Sonic stops, goes to a certain speed, he'll explode. No, it's like Emerald. Stained glass.
Oh, yeah.
These little enemies are kind of interesting. This also just reminds me of how, like, awful a Sonic game is if the level design isn't right. And now they nailed this.
Yeah.
Because a Sonic game with, like, bad level design is just the most miserable experience you can have. It's actually,
It was like, hold on a second, okay.
He's like,
so
"Do
this
I
is
have
actually this level's actually kind of hard to maintain Supersonic on because it's pretty lengthy and there's not a ton of rings.
Yeah. I mean, he did, like, wait until just now to pop it. When he's
Yeah.
had 50 rings for a while, so...
Yeah, that's typically how I would play this. Because the final boss can be a little challenging.
Final boss could be, a little challenging.
I mean, it's no Death Egg from 2, but,
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed you don't fight that giant robot they're building though. I guess that's what the thing you're in, but
yeah.
Yeah, I guess the scale would just be too damn big.
I'm sure they could do something creative. They let you whittle it down like it's Lego or something. I don't know.
I'm still taken back by the fact this is, aesthetically based on Chrome Gadget, of all things.
Yeah.
It just feels like so random, but, it's also, like, pretty original place to take inspiration from.
I mean,
Yeah,
those multiplayer levels had some good ideas.
Yeah. That reminds me, there was that, Robocart stage that was just, like, the desert level. I also feel really stupid not picking up on the fact that all the, multiplayer levels, were, like, alphabetical. It was, like, Azure Lake,
Yeah.
Balloon Park, Chrome Gadget, Desert Palace, and Endless Mine.
Yeah.
Whoops.
There you go. Go, Supersonic, for the justice of city. Yeah, get those rings. By the time you walked over to get those, you've probably just burned the 3 rings. Is he going back for the rings? No. Worst thing about running out of Supersonic is like obviously you're left with 0 rings if you're like in the middle of a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've seen what happens when, that happens.
Titanic alert caution, Monarch.
So this is very Sonic CD, this final boss.
I feel like that's not a fair comparison considering the final boss of Sonic City was garbage.
I didn't say it wasn't. I didn't say it was influenced by it. Also, there's targeting things were reference to the arcade game Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Again, like real deep cut. It's from like the map screen.
So yeah, there's like a whole bunch of different possibilities for this. Like you have the 4 or 5 different heavies.
Two, one. Oh. I think it should be alright. It's actually harder when there's more. Oh, ha, ha, ha.
You should be alright, and then mine screen, he just dies at that exact moment.
You idiot! No, you've got to do it with just 3 rings. Well done. If you're just a little bit more patient, it would have been fine. Because it's actually way easier when he loses those arms. At least we get to see this fight fought normally. Okay, that's a hell of a daring move. I've never done that.
Just stay inside him.
Yeah.
It's one of those long players I just cannot tell whether or not they're actually good at the game.
Yeah. Just spend all their time doing the special stages. I think they just got really good at like maybe started using Supersonic as a crush, you know?
I was thinking the
I
same
think I'm
thing.
perfect. Like really good at getting those emeralds and then just kind of a little ropey. This bit.
So this is unique to getting all the emeralds, obviously.
Yeah. Ultimate heavy.
Which isn't really much of a thing outside of Sonic and Knuckles, really.
Yeah. The I think just remember Knuckles has a unique boss with Heavy King there. Though not with this super form, I guess.
I don't know if
So
I've
I guess
ever seen it.
have you not? Yeah, Knuckles has his own final boss. Not final boss, he fights him in Hidden Palace. And it's like a big reference to that level, the original level. I actually can't remember it that well myself, so I'll have to look it up.
Oh
My
yeah, they're
God,
like
they're both fighting over the
Yeah.
thing. You have to keep hitting it out of them.
I do like the controls in this section where you can see it's like the normal platform controls, but you can like fly. I still think, if we're like ranking these, I still think Doomsday's is the better execution of this, but it isn't bad.
no one feels like there's a lot at stake because you're actually like flying around in space. And if you run
Yeah,
out of
that-
rings, then you're, you know, dead. Whereas, I don't know, this is just abstract.
You can also do like a super burst, but I think it costs rings.
I mean, you just can't go to space again sometimes. Sometimes you've been to space enough.
Yeah, I think Sonic's been to space too many times.
Yeah. This is one of the few games he doesn't actually. Or whatever you want to call this abstraction is.
He's in the realm of the teleporter gem. The teleporter gem is very teleporty.
So this game concludes with Sonic being whisked into a portal. Or should I say classic Sonic? Because...
Yeah, again, the first time I played this, I didn't really have much knowledge of CD, so I didn't really pick up on this little planet again, chained down.
Mm. Is that like a JoJo's death?
I know, I was about to say, he's like a JoJo's character, he just died.
So, that is Sonic going into the next game.
Oh boy.
Was that like a planned thing, or did they just like retroactively make it?
No, it's planned.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like it is, because, you know, you got a teleporty gem that eventually, in an ending that gets you teleported to the unknown.
Two of the inferior Sonic game of that year.
Again, I know nothing about forces, so...
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know.
These credits are nice. I remember them going on for, like, ever.
With
Yeah.
all these, not Japanese names.
Yeah. I think... Oh yeah, the announcer's the guy who did Daytona USA.
Oh, yeah.
He's the, yeah, he does the multiplayer mode. I think Whitehead's from Australia, I think?
Oh, the
It's
multiplayer
great.
is like, it's like Sonic 2 multiplayer, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I haven't really played it a whole lot. Didn't we just see that? Audio engineer, the guy, the composer of Sonic. Is he just like what, like doing like the converting the music, whatever, and he's just like, geez, what was I thinking before?
Oh, yeah, there's that name. Alex the kid. Is there any other trivia we can talk about for this game? I feel like there's got to be something I missed.
Oh yeah, like the head of Sega USA is called Ivo. He's got Bowser working at Nintendo, you got Ivo working for Sega.
Oh my god.
Solverson, the one who solves things. Thanks, legal and business affairs.
We say what you will about Sega, but if this was like Nintendo, they would have just hey, we're gonna make the Sonic fan game, and Nintendo would have just like shut it down instantly. If it was Mario.
Yeah.
But the attitude towards fan games is very different.
I think the big difference there, though, is that Sega needs people to make good games for them. Nintendo doesn't really need that help.
Well, it's Sonic games. I mean, let's not forget Sega's not just
Oh, that's
Sonic.
fair, yeah.
But I think we desperately need like a Yakuza fan game.
Wally Shirts Plus Team! That almost sounds like a very buzzword, like management hell, if you're putting the quality assurance plus team.
It.
Super Vice President! I just imagine that's what an SVP is.
I wonder if that music's like. There's a theme I'm not particularly fond of. I don't think it's like bad or anything. I just think it's like a little generic. Actually, no. Is this the alternate theme? I can't remember. I just know there's two main themes. Yeah, these credits, damn. And I was always under the impression it was made by one fan. Jeez, I was lied to. Yeah, it is this theme. It just, I don't know, it just reminds me like the Scott Pilgrim game or something, just not Sonic. Again, I'm nitpicking, but
I was like, this is a really good tune for that serial generator program I got when I pirated Vegas.
God, these credits, holy shit. Now we're sort of just using the menu music.
Credits nowadays have to credit everyone in the company.
Just make it scroll a bit faster.
People? JPIP. Oh my god!
Whoops! I forget if this one, like, the credits actually loop, or if it just feels like it loops.
It hasn't looped yet. They're just really long.
You have been put into credits purgatory.
Man, if you want to get sick of watching credits, just watch a bunch of Sonic games. Specifically around the 3D era, where, you know, you have to see
the
it
3D era at least had
times.
little videos and little clips going on at the same time. Like, remember what you did?
Yeah.
Remember the Adventures of Big the Cat? God, that feels like a lifetime ago with Adventure 1. That somehow feels longer ago than when we did, like, Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Somehow. Maybe because it's just a track.
I think because it aged just like a few years.
Yeah. Just feel like a long time ago, though. It's hard to think that's even the same franchises. It just feels so disconnected. I mean, it is, isn't it? It is and it isn't.
Yeah?
Because in terms of quality, it's a world apart.
I say I was getting burnt out on doing these videos, but Jesus Christ, this series is fascinating.
Yeah.
Because it is, like, primarily, like, more popular in, like, the West, right?
Yeah.
Like, just Sonic in general. But it's a Japanese product?
I need to ask you a question, right?
Okay.
So, yeah. Have you ever got that thing where you watch credits for so long, and then when they stop, it looks like everything's sinking downwards for like a moment? Because I just got that.
Help, the world is sinking.